Well, good day to you fine folks. I am going to do a little video in the studio today because I thought, I wanted to share with you what I use for the helmet and camera setup and so forth, and can't very well do that while I'm wearing the helmet, so I'll do that in the studio here using this other camera that probably has terrible sound. But anyway, so the helmet I use is the Fly Trekker, and normally the Fly Trekker comes with a peak like that and a clear visor like that. So what I did at the suggestion and the good graces of a buddy of mine who said, "John, I've got a spare kit to convert the Fly Trekker to a helmet that will eliminate the visor or the peak, whatever you want to call it." And so he gifted me with that, which was really cool of him. Anyway, I like it a lot. And then what I did was I bought this tinted shield. So the upshot is you get a much more streamlined helmet. You don't get the wind drag from the peak. And the other thing is, and my reason for doing this is, I thought to myself, well, what is the peak really for? Now I understand, all MX helmets have that. And, I get it that sometimes if people are out there doing some hardcore dirt biking and the peak is a bit of a protection against getting the roost and all the crap thrown at them from the rider in front of them, but I'm not doing that. And this is a dual sport, so you need that streamlined at speed type helmet, right? And then I figure, well, when I'm off-road, you see what I do, because you definitely don't want to ride like that off-road because you just heat up, right? Because you're working it. And what I do then is I wear little padded goggles. These are made by Bobster. I prefer them to the MX goggles, the big goggles, which would fit in this helmet, no problem, it's made for it, but it basically covers up all the area that your face would otherwise enjoy the fresh air. So I thought to myself, this is all I've ever used actually, and is the sunglasses like this, padded. They give me the protection I want, but they allow a lot of air to my face, which I really enjoy. Anyway, so that's the way I've structured the helmet and how I use it. And as for the camera setup, first of all, the camera I use is the Drift HD Ghost. And I really like this camera because it is so motovlog friendly. You can adjust with the rotatable lens the horizon level, and you can adjust with this the horizon vertical, up and down. And what I did was, there's teeth on the back of this clip that just screws in, right? And then there's teeth on the camera receptacle for that. So I put a rubber washer in between them, a big one. And that way, then I can infinitely adjust it so that I'm not dependent on the click stops, you see? So it works better for me. And this helmet, with this camera, is so easy to use. Sorry, there we go. That's all there is to it. So it looks kind of cool. I mean, with the Hero GoPro, I've seen lots of guys with these on, and it's either this big sail up on top of their helmet, or they've got some strange attachment out here with this bulky GoPro on the front, and kind of makes it look like they're part of the Borg collective or something. So I prefer the very cool look of that. I mean, isn't it? Gotta admit, right? Plus, it does a pretty darn good job of doing the videos. And you have a lot of control. You know, part of that is this full function remote that you wear on your wrist. Everything the camera can do, I can do on this remote. I can trigger it. Mostly what I use it for is on and off recording, and also that top button there, if I'm recording, all I got to do is tap it and I'll take a high resolution JPEG without interrupting the recording if there's something interesting happening on the trail side, right? So all those moments that you forget to photograph, to stop and photograph when the trail gets really rough, you know. So you can just tap and you got the JPEG. What else? Let's see. This helmet, the Fly Tracker, is kind of loud, wind noise, kind of loud. And what I'm thinking is maybe I can put a membrane that will come almost to the neck, blocking this area from a lot of the wind turbulence going in, and that'll help with the wind noise on the camera. So what I do apart from that is I wire the camera, the mic, and that, by the way, is a Drift Ghost external mic, and so that's directed in here. And then I cut a slit in the bottom of the cheek pad, or you can put it in the back of the cheek pad. And so I have a slit in the bottom, there we go. And then the mic is just inserted up into the cheek pad. So it's got, you know, 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of foam completely around the mic, which takes care of a lot of the wind noise. The other thing I'll mention is something mundane, bit of tape, but you know, sometimes the little common problems like how do you tape and affix the external mic or whatever else you're putting on the side of your helmet and not have it come off and not always be replacing the tape. Well, this tape is black duct tape and it's made by Cantech. That's the one I have. Ordinary duct tape tends to deteriorate after a few weeks. I mean, it's useless stuff. It doesn't hold, and it deteriorates in the sun and that type of thing. This tape in particular will hold up for years. It just won't let go. It'll just stay there. So that might help someone. I think that's all I've got for you. I'm pretty sure. I've probably forgotten something, but hey, if you've got any questions, let me know in the comments, and thanks for tuning in. Catch you on another one.